أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم من همزه ونفخه ونفثه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. إنه من يهديه الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله ولي الصالحين وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى أهله الغر الميامين وعلى صحابته المدلفين بالدستور وعلى من استنى سنتهم وانتهج بمنهجهم ولف بلفهم إلى يرث الله الأرض ومن عليها وإلى الله عاقبة الأمور. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most exalted, most high, the uncreated but creator of all creatures, the unsustained and sustainer of everything. We appreciate him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for all his bountiful ni'mah and immeasurable rahmah upon all of us and our households. We can never ever thank him enough. We ask him to continue to send his undiluted salutations upon the noble soul of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, members of his households, companions, and the generality of Muslims till the day of recompense. Ameen. Respected elders, brothers and sisters alike, today, inshallah Kareem, the topic of our sermon is something that concerns you and I, and we need to guard against such, especially that which will lead to nothing but hell. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala authenticate our entrance to be in Al-Jannah al-Firdaus. Ameen. Respected elders, the topic is Khuturatul lisan. Khuturatul lisan. The dangers of tongue. The dangers of tongue. Dangers of our tongues. Allahu Akbar kabira. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala perfected everything for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And who in turn, he brought the message to every single one of us in a clearer term. In Surah Qaf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, verse 12 down to 18, just take one. ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. Allahu Akbar. Not even a word. A human being, either he or she, will utter out not even a word. Allahu Akbar. إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. Except that an observer from Allah is near him to take full record of that. The record of that. Either A, whatsoever, ما يلفظ من قول. And this is a general statement from Allah to every single one of us, including my humble self. مَا يَلْفِظُ مِنْ قَوْلٍ. Human being, either he or she, will not utter a word, إِلَّا لَدَيْهِ رَقِيبٌ عَتِيدٌ, except that an observer, an angel from Allah, is closer to him to take record of that thing he has uttered. Then, with that, Prophet ﷺ hints you and I. A hadith, it says we should guard against our tongue, especially the evils of this tongue. Prophet ﷺ says, "Man kana yu'min billahi wal yawmil akhir." Whomsoever among my ummah you believe in Allah in total, without any element of ambiguity or doubt, then falyakul khayra. You believe in Allah, and that person believes also in Yawm al-Qiyamah. Falyakul khayra. Let him say that which is good, aw liyasmut, or he should remain silent. Allahu Akbar. You are expected to talk whenever your talk will be beneficial. You are expected to utter a word, statement, whenever that statement is going to benefit yourself and people around you. But if what you are going to utter out is going to hurt somebody, is going to cause fitna, is going to be a source of calamity, or you are going to bring somebody down, character assassination, never you talk. It's better you remain quiet till Yawm al-Qiyamah. Allahu Akbar. Why? This is something we look down upon. Tongue. It's one of the smallest parts of our body, but it's a special for entrance of Jahannam. May Allah not make any one of us to be in Jahannam. If we are expected, as we are expected to be in Al-Jannah, then you and I, you need to talk to your tongue, as Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala anhu used to warn himself. There are pitfalls, a good number of atrocities, dangers associated with our tongue.
We take many, just few. There are plenty, but you know, I know. But what we are targeting is that we should guard against our evils. Allahu Akbar, especially the one that will be propelling evil. That's our tongue. It's small. One of such is al-ghibatu wa namima. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Backbiting and slandering. This is something you and I look down upon. It doesn't have any people or any status, whether big or minor, major, distractor of the society. People gossip, people backbite, people slander, but you are expected to run away from it. Ma yalfidu min qawl illa ladayhi raqibun atid. And on that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala warns you and I in Surah Al-Hujurat. وَلَا يَكْتَبْ بَعْضُكُمْ بَعْضًا. Do not backbite one another. أَيُحِبُّ أَحَدُكُمْ أَن يَأْكُلَ لَحْمَ أَخِيهِ مَيْتًا فَكَرِهْتُمُوهُ. Will any one of you love to consume, to eat, to swallow the flesh of his dead brother, the brother that is dead, and the gawa is brought? That Juthman, al-insan, somebody, your brother who is dead, will you be able to eat from the flesh of his body? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَكَرِهْتُمُوهُ. You will hate it. All of you hate it. Then, the way you are going to hate yourself on the day of Qiyamah, if you are not guarded against your own tongue, that is what Prophet ﷺ told Mu'adh bin Jabal. Allahu Akbar Kabira. Remember what Mu'adh told Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? He told Prophet sallallahu, Inna la mu'akhadhun bima natakallam bi. Is Allah going to query us? Is Allah going to hold us responsible for what we utter out in dunya? Prophet sallallahu, instead of answering him, he says, Ya Mu'adh, taqilatuka ummuk. You are the one talking like this. هل يكب الناس على وجوه على النار على وجوه إلا عصاهد ألسنتهم أو مناخرهم. Hadith Sahih Bukhari. Do you think people will be in hellfire if not because of their tongue? Allahu Akbar Kabira. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Meaning a direct entry to Al-Jannah is our tongue. And if you misuse it, it's a direct entry to hellfire. In fact, hadith of Abu Huraira, most scary. Respected elders, brothers and sisters, may Allah not make any one of us to end up in Jahannam. Abu Huraira asked Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, tell me, what are those things that will make 90 of your ummah to be in Al-Jannah? Prophet sallallahu says, you don't need to go far. Taqwa Allah wa hisnul khulq. Fear Allah, be conscious of Allah at every point in time. Wa hisnul khulq, and have good mannerism, good character. That is it. If you fear Allah, you know the time of Salat, you know the time of Zakat, you know when you need to pray, you know when you need to fast, then you need not to hurt another person. Then, husnul khuluq, you have good character with human beings, with even, Allahu Akbar, animals. What do we say with animals? You recall a camel that came to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. A camel came to Prophet sallallahu and reported its owner to Prophet sallallahu. Camel came to Prophet sallallahu. Hadith in Sahih. Wallahi al-Azim, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. If you have dabbat that you are not friendly with, if you cannot keep them, don't put them at home. A camel walked on to Prophet sallam, and the Sahaba asked Prophet sallam, saying, wa alaykum salam, what happened? And he came straight to Prophet sallam, and he put his mouth towards the hair of Prophet sallam, and he talked. People were looking at him, we are looking at camel. Allahu Akbar. While we are talking to our leaders, they think it's just a joke. Zabeni, Sak, Dab, Daram Dam Dam, all these things be Rabbil Kaaba, La Tus'alunna Yawmaidin. Anin Na'im. A camel reported its owner. Now, talk less of human beings that are dying, talk less of those who are hungry, talk less of those who are massacred for no just cause. Allahu Akbar. A camel. And the Sahaba said, they were looking at him. And Prophet Sallam talked to the camel too. And we were looking. He now said, go and look for so somebody, the son of somebody. And they went and called the person. The person came. Prophet said, do you know this camel? He said, yes. Are you its owner? He said, yes. Prophet said, fear Allah. It has actually come to report you to me. And now, the verdict I'm going to give you is that either you sell it off to another person, or in fact, he said, you will sell it. Prophet said, sell it to me. Allahu Akbar. Prophet purchased this camel and then told the camel, after purchasing the camel, say, oh you camel, now you are free to go anywhere Allah may direct you. And the camel started crying. Allahu Akbar. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. If you are sitting on top of people's promotion, go and unseat yourself today. Wallahi al-azim, a day will come, it will be late. People are under you, they bring their files. You say, no, in and now taking office. They say, I'm a promotion, but one day you will get the promotion. It may be after you. But you will be held accountable on the day of Qiyamah. And if you collect people's property, you sit on it, then nothing will happen. You are taking, consuming, offers wealth. A lot of cases are brought. Wallahi al-azim. A lot of cases. Muslim brothers died, and then the family, they say, no, the wife, that man, she was not good. They send the wife away. We will not give this and that. 1 year, 2 years, 10 years of that without sharing inheritance. La tus'alunna yawma idhin anin na'im. And the camel now talked to Prophet Sallallahu, and the Sahaba said, Ameen. He kept quiet. The camel was talking. Prophet Sallallahu said, Ameen. He still talked. Prophet Sallallahu said, Ameen. The last one, camel talked, and Prophet Sallallahu busted into tears. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The Sahaba asked, Ya Rasulullah, we heard you and we saw you said Ameen 3 times. What happened? Prophet Sallallahu said, the first time, he said, as you have liberated me today, you granted me freedom. May Allah grant your ummah freedom on the day of Qiyamah. Prophet said, he said, Ameen. Number 2, Prophet said, he said another prayer that for myself and my household, I said, Ameen. Number 3, anybody from among the ummah who worship, who follows the instruction of Prophet Muhammad from Allah, let the person also have the mercy. Then, the last one that made Prophet to cry, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, is that yet, many, anybody, including mankind and jinns, who make human beings to suffer for just no cause. Allahu Akbar Kabiru. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do the same to them in dunya and akhirah. Now, take one where you need to go. It is just a matter of 4 years in office. If you think you are lucky, it's another 4, making 8. Wallahi, you are not lucky if you get the second tenor. It's a double wahala for dead body. And on the day of Qiyamah, La tus'alunna yawma idhin anin na'im. How many of our brothers died? Those are still dying. Some, they cannot live everything. In fact, the entire dunya, it as if it doesn't have meaning to them again. But don't go and commit suicide. If you commit, you are also going to be punished on the day of Qiyamah. You say, Mudu Gari, 200 and something thousand. Rice, 110,000. This and that. Tawakkal ala rahman in kunta akila. Don't rely on government. Rely on Allah who installed the government. As Umar ibn Khattab used to say, if you do tawakkul, total reliance on Allah, don't put your trust on any human being. No. He may die today. He might die tomorrow. And when he dies, you say, Kai, my benefactor is gone. You are doing shirk. Allah is your benefactor. Allah is only using that person at any point in time. He can use another person. And if Allah is using you for somebody, don't also see yourself on top of the world. It's a means, just within the twinkle of an eye. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, kun fayakun. He doesn't need to sign any legislation. Kun, let it be. Fayakun is already been. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. That's what Allah told us about Allah. And it's in the Quran. Kun fayakun. If people are under your custody, do your best, because on the day of Qiyamah, everything that transpired in dunya, Allah will visit them on the day of Qiyamah. Now, where are your monies? Where are the cars because of which you sat on somebody's promotion? You earmark money for this and that. All this, wallahi la tus'aluna yawma idhin anin na'im. That was how Prophet Sallallahu resolved the matter, and many things till today. Now, apart from this, there are uqubat, punishments of Allah awaiting people who are not guiding against their evils of their tongue. We said about latu, shatu, just abusive words. Some don't care. Some don't care. The first thing that somebody who is careless about his tongue, the first punishment is going to have in dunya and akhirah is anger of Allah. May Allah take his anger away from all of us. Hadith of Prophet ﷺ says, وَإِنَّ الْعَبْدَ لَا يَتَكَلَّمْ بِالْكَلِمَةِ لَا يُلْقِي لَهَا بَأْلًا. There will be among the servants who will talk. One person he talks, لَا يُلْقِي لَهَا بَأْلًا. He doesn't give any damn. He was careless about it, he just said something. Allahu Akbar. Yahwi biha ila jahannam. That means suqtillah. That thing will attract the anger of Allah, and it will finally land the person in Jahannam. May Allah not do that to all of us. For those who are doing things, especially we say this about our brothers and sisters, those who are the corridors of power, especially politicians, because of election, because you want to damage your opposition, or your opponent, so that the people will vote for you. You employ and deploy character assassination techniques for character assassination. That this, you go and dig down somebody, he didn't even go to primary school. This person was said that he didn't go to primary school. At the end of the day, because Allah had legislated, he spent good 8 years. Many people wasted their money on social media, downloading the paper. Baba Buhari, he didn't have primary school. He didn't have, go and give him primary school now. He did 8 years. He didn't have primary school. Some people died upon that. Some, they sponsored so many advertorials. All these things, Latus Aluni Yamoidan in Naim. They started, he didn't have a primary school. Later, they forgot about primary school. And he will die in UK. Most of those who sponsored advertorial that he will die, they are still alive. He's still alive, or he's stronger than most of them. That is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Meaning, tawakkal ala Allah. But don't damage anybody. Don't deploy any character assassination. You may get there if Allah wants. But if Allah does not destine that thing will be in your favor, wallahi al-azim. Do so call Al-Quran 1 million times. If Allah does not destine that you get there, they will be calling you senator inside your house, but in Nigeria they will not call you senator. And if Allah has destined that you will be senator, not only that, you will be governor, you will be president, just tawakkal ala Allah. And if that comes to you, you have rest of mind. But if you go through abracadabra, character assassination, campaign of calumny, at the end of the day, wallahi, you will pay when there will be no money. Number 3, if number 1 we made mention, if care is not taken, the first thing is anger of Allah. Number 2 is Jahannam. As we've made mention, also hadith of Muaz bin Jabal. Number 3, if care is not taken, what are the punishment of our tongue? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Is diya'ul hasanat. May Allah not make you and I to suffer that fate. It is devastating. It is devastating. What is diya'ul hasanat? To lose out all your good deeds. How? Prophet ﷺ asked the Sahaba, Atadruna man al-muflis? Do you know the poorest of the poor? The bankrupt human being on the day of Qiyamah. The most broke human being on the day of Qiyamah. They said, somebody who did not have money, somebody who did not enjoy this dunya, somebody this and that. As you and I will give the definition of a poor somebody. No. Prophet ﷺ says, the muflis on the day of Qiyamah will come with baggage of salat. He has encyclopedia. All his Ghana must go, filled up with sadaqah. He paid. He gave sadaqah. He performed hajj uncountable times. He performed lesser hajj uncountable times. He fed the poor. He helped the less privileged. He came to the rescue of the downtrodden. All this he did. He didn't even drink alcohol. He did not fornicate. He didn't do zina. He didn't gamble. Yet, on the day of Qiyamah, he's going to be Allahu Akbar. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Very broke. Nothing in his bag. The Sahaba asked why. Prophet says, that person is somebody who is in dunya. Shatama hada. He backbited against somebody. He abused somebody. وَقَذَفَ هَذَا. He said so many damaging things about somebody upon which he doesn't know anything. But because people ganged up, or because in their place of work, or because of these political things we mentioned, they concoct so many things. Because of that, on the day of Qiyamah, Allah will bring all those he had landed against, he had done carrying, he had damaged, all of them will come, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be handing over all his good deeds. Allah will be sharing to them. Allahu Akbar. All his salat will be shared. All his zakat will be shared. Every good things he did, Allah will share them to those people he had landed against. Allahu Akbar. When all his good deeds get finished, and there are still people on his neck, because you will not find money on the day of Qiyamah. That's why we say, go back to the treasury and go and return the money. The contract you signed, within your heart, you know, those who gave you know, you are not going to execute anything. They will still use the same name, the same contract for next year. Wallahi al-azim, it is not too late. Go and back out now. Go and back out now. Check Surah Al-Isra. Check Surah Al-Isra. لا تكف ما ليس لك به علم. إن السمع والبصر والفؤاد كل أولئك كان عنه مسؤولا. Allah says, I will not let go of any one of them. I will bring all of you back. Allahu Akbar Kabira. Allahu Akbar Kabira. May Allah forgive all our shortcomings. Some will not understand how the day of Qiyamah, but to be late. Why? Because Shaitan will tell them, what? This dunya, you must get it first. Even you now finally landed, you now go to Saudi, Shaitan will be scheming for you. Do you think Shaitan likes you? But he will tell you, you cannot go and do circumambulation in the house of Allah. You can do 30 days inside Kaaba, don't go out. Allah will forgive you, inna Allah ghafur rahim. Yes, wallahi, inna Allah ghafur rahim. But Raddul Mazalim, people who are crying today because of you, make them smile before you go and do circumambulation in the house of Allah. Otherwise, you will do circumambulation in the house of Allah, you will sleep there, you may even forget your password there. One day, when you meet Allah, those people will still come. Just like, وَإِذَا الْمَوْءُودَةُ سُئِلَتْ بِأَيِّ ذَنْبٍ قُتِلَتْ. What did we do? What were our offenses in Nigeria? As when some people were leaders, Allah would ask, and you and I, in whatever capacity we are also contributing, Allah would ask. That is why it is for Ra'i wa Ra'iyya. Another devastating effect of this tongue, apart from consuming all the good acts of ibadah, may Allah not do that to all of us, is that at the end of the day, somebody who is trapped in that, the person is at the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All the good things have been taken away, all the bad things have been added to his own bad things. At the end of the day, he makes his own way. Allahu Akbar kabira, to hell. May Allah give all of us al-Jannah al-Firdaus. Now, what is the way out? It's simple. It's simple. Hadith of Abu Musa al-Ash'ari, radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He asked Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, say, "Oh, you Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, ayyul muslimin afdal? Who is the best among your ummah?" Allahu Akbar. The best among the Muslimun. Prophet sallallahu said, "Man salima al-muslimuna min lisanihi wa yadihi." The best from my ummah among the Muslims is somebody who other Muslims, they are away from his trouble. He always speaks good and he doesn't harm anybody. He does not use his tongue to harm anybody, neither did he use his hand to harm anybody. That person, inshallah kareem, he will be in rahmah of Allah. Then, number 2, what's another najat? Hadith of Uqba bin Amir. All these are hadith sahih. Go and check Bukhari and Muslim. Uqba bin Amir, about this najat, he asked Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, man najat? When you told us about dunya, that there shall come a time, people will find it difficult to stay within the corridor for halal, that people must look for halal or haram. Haram will be in plenty, halal will be scarce, this and that. He asked Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, man najat? What's the way forward? And the manner of success in dunya? Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, najat, number 1, amsik alayka had. Hold on to your tongue. Don't allow it to talk until you see that that thing he's going to say is going to be beneficial. Number 1. Don't visit people like that. Don't carry all manner of friends. If you have 10, if you are lucky, you have 2 that will call you to Allah. If you are not lucky, what is happening today? Wallahi al-adim, tubu ila Allah tawbatan nasuha. The issue of gigi, they call, gave, lesbianism, bi rabbil Kaaba. Whomsoever participates in it, Allah will not let go of him on the day of Qiyamah until he do tawbatan nasuha in dunya. We talk of LGBTQ. People are hiding under so many disgusting things. A Muslim, what is the essence of your salat? What is the essence of your zakat? You still go to a majlisi, and a majlisi, a man is telling another man, you are looking hands, you are beautiful, can we be together? Together where? Not together in anything. إِنَّمَا يَدْعُ حِزْبَهُ أَنْ يَكُونَ مِنْ أَصْحَابِ السَّعِيرِ. It's hell. Man for man, woman for woman. Wallahi al-Adim is a direct entry to hell. إِلَّا مَنْ تَابَ وَآمَنَ وَعَمِلَ عَمَلًا صَالِحًا فَأُولَٰئِكَ يُبَدِّلُ اللَّهُ سَيِّئَاتِهِمْ حَسَنَاتٍ. Allah will erase all your bad things and he will replace them with good things if you do tawbatan nasuha. But if you continue, don't expect any malam to save you on the day of Qiyamah. Some are being deceived. Say, wallahi, when you shake, you see that shake on the day of Qiyamah, you will run away before you see him. But you knew the atrocity it had caused in your life. And they told you every time, rely on Allah, rely on Allah. Some, anything about their life, they cannot take one decision until they consult soothsayer or misfortune tellers. If you are still among them, wallahi tubu ilallahi tawbatan nasuha. Because death doesn't announce to anybody. It can strike at any time. And once you are gone, you are gone. Don't expect your wife not to eat that night. It's a lie. It is a lie. If she refuses to eat, we tell her to eat. Because she must eat. If she dies, she is going to face Allah for that. That is why, stay where Allah wants you to stay. Qul amantu billah, thumma istaqim. The last one, Allahu Akbar, Ratabin. Use your tongue, even when you are less busy. Be doing adhkar, because all those adhkar, Allah will bring them on the day of Qiyamah. They will jack your scale up, and then you get to Al-Jannah. May Allah make all of us to end up in Al-Jannah to Firdaus. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن العظيم ونفعني وإياكم فيه الآيات والذكر الحكيم. أقول ما تسمعون صوابا فمن الله إن خطأ فمن نفسي والشيطان واستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل دم وخطيئة إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب الأرباب ومسبب الأسباب وخالق خلقه من تراب، أحمده حمدا يليق بجلال عظمته ودوام ملكه وسلطانه، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، واحد لا من قلة ومعبود لا من علة، أول قديم بلا ابتداء وآخر قيوم بلا انتهاء، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله المؤيد بسمع المثاني والقرآن العظيم صلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى آله كواكب الهداية وأصحابه جواهر العناية وكل من سار على نهجه إلى قيام الساعة. معاشر المسلمين، تدبروا قول الحبيب المصطفى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم حيث أذرني وإياكم على أن نعامل وندافع على ألسنتنا حتى تكون لنا سببا لدخول الجنة ولا تكون لنا سببا لدخول النار. قال الحبيب المصطفى محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم: من كان منكم يؤمن بالله واليوم الآخر فليقل خيرا أو ليصمت. وقد صدق الله سبحانه وتعالى: ومن أصدق من الله حديثا ومن أصدق من الله قيلا. قد صدق الله، الله أكبر كبيرا. يقول تعالى سبحانه وتعالى: ما يلفظ من قول إلا لديه رقيب عتيد. حذاري ثم حذاري، حذاري ثم حذاري بأن تبرمج لنفسك حتى يكون لسانك رطبا لذكر الله لأذكار المسنونة وليكون لك سببا لدخول الجنة. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى ألا نؤخذ بما قلنا وما فعلنا في الدنيا وندخل الجنة الفردوس. عباد الله، إن الله أمركم أمرا بدأ فيه بنفسه وثنى بملائكته وحملة عرشه وثلث بكم من إنسكم وجنكم وقال وزمن قائل: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد، وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. قم إلى صلاتكم رحمكم الله.